must have experience. There ain't no other way. All the gear, all the year. Hilzee's down south, surf shop. Hilzee's.
It's a blast from the past.
It's a blast from the past, that, man.
So are we live now? Oh yeah, we are live now. Yeah, so our guest turns out, like, yeah, I was saying before, it's like my dad probably knows his dad, but I'm from Bustleton, and so is Levi's from Margaret River.
Howdy.
And then yeah, the Hilzee guy, right? Yeah.
DJ Hillzee, the one and only.
Yeah, it's epic though. Where, like, before we start everything up, where do you know where the name came from? Like, because you
That's
guys.
my dad's nickname. My last name's Hills. So
Yeah,
it's always Hilzee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So me and my brother are Hilzee Junior.
Hilzee Junior. Yeah. But then you've been DJing for 15 years now.
15 years now. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, so I'll be 29, 14. I started mixing. Like,
Yeah, well.
maybe even 13 and a half, because like, when I first started mixing, like, I was just obsessed with like dubstep and drum and bass when
Classic
it first came
stuff,
out,
yeah.
man. Like all of it, you know. A big hip hop fan, like big muso fan, like early on, and then just as soon as I found out you could mix beats together, I was like, yeah, that's definitely for me. And like, Dad was pretty good with us. He was like, I'd rather you guys have a beer at home than go out in the streets and do it. So we'd be there having a few beers and I'd be DJing away, sort of thing. For the first like 6 months, it was just with mouse keyboard on virtual DJ.
Yeah, okay. Can we pull up virtual DJ? I started off on that as well.
Man, great software. Like,
yeah, to get your foot in the door and have a look. Like, I had this thing called a DJ Mini Go from JB Hi-Fi.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like a little tiny thing.
iPods and stuff.
That's
like,
it. Yeah. But yeah, virtual DJ, it's still around. It's still kicking.
It's so powerful, and it works with so many different setups. Like, I was running Serato, and there's a few mixes that don't work well with it, where virtual DJ has gotten so good. It works seamlessly with most bloody mappers. So I use that for a lot of gigs with controllers.
Scroll back up a bit. Was that David Guetta? Go up.
Yeah, that probably was.
Click that.
Wait,
click that. It's David Guetta being like, yeah, virtual DJ is the way to go.
I am still using it.
They would have paid him for that.
Afrojacks, you know, yeah. I don't blame him, man. You know, like, for a long time, people used to neg on controllers, and it was like you know, kind of like console versus PC, where you got your controller DJs versus your DJs and
versus your vinyl
versus the vinyl DJs. Yeah. Fucking vinyl DJs against the world.
Yeah, basically.
Them in their crates locking up hill.
Yeah.
All of us are nipping past on thumbsticks going, like, come on, guys. Like, just fucking, you know, love all sorts of DJs, but you need to stop the hate in the comment
That's
sections.
it. It's just technology. It's just like how technology is advancing.
And I use all of them, you know. I do a bit of vinyl DJing for fun sometimes, you know, whip out the mixer and plug it into the controller and play a few tracks, but, you know, they're not as good quality. It's just for the vibe. It's just for the look. Like, unless you got good records and a good vinyl and an equally good sound system, it's going to sound bad. Like,
yeah, that's it.
I found that out the hard way a few times, like trying to EQ club ready 320 kilobyte songs versus fucking an old vinyl record. Nah, man, it's it's a texture. You can't fix that. Like,
so what actually got you into DJing?
Man, just being obsessed with music, just being a muso through and throughout. I remember, you know, sitting in the car like 5 years old, you know, like singing along to tracks. Like bloody Eminem and every other sick R&B track that was on the radio at the time, like Timbaland, Scott Storch and his beat. Shout out Scott Storch, stop trying to fucking rip us off in the fucking messages. Like,
wait, Scott Storch?
He's hustling on fucking Instagram for promos.
Who's Scott Storch? Let's have a look.
Oh man, if we want to go on that, right?
Yeah, no, let's just pull it up.
Storch. He's you know, like dun, 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 Dr. Dre's beats, fucking
Where's that music coming from? Oh, it's all good.
If you pull him up, he's a lovely guy, but he's had a few drug problems, and now him and his son are on Instagram hustling people for promos. Like,
what music did he ever make?
Hip hop.
So go Spotify. Let's have a look through his stuff.
Go to his YouTube and just,
or even YouTube, yeah.
Because he'll come up with like his highlights of his beats and stuff. But yeah, like listening to a lot of those sorts of music growing up, R&B, hip hop. Yeah. Like just the new progression of production got me hooked, and then hearing like the experimental noises that came out from that, like dubstep just evolved into a whole new genre. You know, it came out of like the UK and became a whole new kind of form of dub, like, that, like those new noises, those machine noises, those heavy serum presets, that shit got me hooked.
The heavy serum presets, yeah. Wait, can we Google serum? Like, funnily enough, this is ages ago. I don't know if we'll be able to find the tweet anymore, but Rob Swire from Pendulum literally tweeted and said, like, DJs that use serum plugins and presets, like, they're not producers or something, like, something silly like that. Because apparently it's like they can just copy it and then just twist a knob and it makes a different sound.
It's a superiority complex, you know, and it's like, oh, you can take stems or like noises and you're not a real producer because you didn't audio engineer it from a rusty tin can in your bathroom, recording it with your phone, and then fucking looped it back through the synth, and, you know, here's the sound of a dying crab, like, fucking, we'll just loop it through this, like, fucking, and we've got, you know, like, sound production, everyone's got a piece to play in the grand scheme of the music entertainment industry. Some people are doing the lights, some people are doing the cameras, some people are doing the editing, some people are doing the promo, some people are doing the actual set themselves, doing the cable monkey, selling the beers, doing the tickets on the door.
That's,
you know,
it's all the little cogs that make the big cog, make the engine work.
We do all this because we love the scene, we love giving people a good time. We want to bring all those pieces of the puzzle together to have a fun time and a safe time. You know, like, that's what a lot of people forget about the entertainment industry. Keep your shit at home. Come out for a fun time, or don't. You know?
Believe me, like, I have just gone, like, I don't want to talk about live on camera, I'll just mention it. It's like, I've just run my first event, Sunsets in the Swan, and dealing with management and dealing with venue, like, general managers and social media managers and this and that.
It's a lot. You try and keep everyone happy.
You try and keep everyone
safe.
Yeah, that's it. You try and keep everyone happy, but it's like, if you're doing it for creative reasons, to bring everyone together to make a space, and they're turning around going, you should be making money out of this. You shouldn't be worried about creative spaces or this or that. The end game, the end thing is making money. It's like, how do you communicate? Because, you know, like we were saying before, it's like the little cogs that make up the motor, right?
Yeah.
It's like if one cog's like just like not oiled up, greased up and willing to work with the whole system, then how does it work?
Oh, yeah, it breaks down, you know. We've seen that with the venues in Australia, especially with like the shutdowns, like over east when the scene went out of control. Drugs were in the clubs, and they went, no more King's Cross, no more nightlife, and that extended to
But the
Perth
casino can stay open though.
Yeah, man. You can go to TAB and you can let grandma out on the streets all night long. Fucking. But yeah, you can't go out and have a fun time having a few beers, and that's just, you know, Australia in general. You know, like you can't take your beer from the pub to the beach because we don't trust you. You know, like
technically, like it's so silly because like technically you can drink at the beach, but you're not allowed to. It's like technically because it's an Australian thing to do, right? To have a beer at the beach. But if the cops see you, then it's a no-no. But they might turn a blind eye if they're nice cops.
So it's golden hour, you know, 4 to 6 p.m. Any later than that, and you just it's like any earlier. Why aren't you at work? Any later? Fucking, you should be at home. Like.
All right, let's go back to the music and stuff. So like you used to DJ back in, like, you know, back inside your parents' place.
We had a sort of shed set up very similar to your large property, backing onto the river, and even before then we were up on the other side of town, similar big area downstairs, so we could always hang out and play beats. And
nice.
I lost a lot of nights to just being the DJ and just having too much fun because you lose hours, man.
Yeah, that's
People
it.
Like, oh man, you have a fun night. I'm like, fuck, it's over. Like, I've just been playing beats, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, what time is it? You check it. Oh god,
like, when I first started mixing, me and the boys, we were so like it all became like a really like a cultural thing for all of us getting together. Like, and it was me, Mitch O'Neill, it was Danny. Mitch O'Neill and fuck, it's been so long now. Fucking
no, that's fair.
Fuck, Dylan fucking Wilkinson, who actually did really well on the DJ.
I remember that name.
Like him and John Newman and shit. They were ripping it up for a bit. It was really,
it's just so funny because you're from down south. They're just names that
sick dubstep. And like Newman, like he needs to get back on the dubstep. Both those boys need to get back in the scene because they were sick hype man, sick MCs. Like, I loved a few of those sets, man. Like.
It's just almost like, you know, life gets in the way sometimes, or this or that.
It does, man. Yeah, like, you know.
It's the passion though. It's like if you want the like, it's funny. I was actually talking to my roommate about this, but I kind of said it's like if I would have had a girlfriend when I was 18, I probably wouldn't be a DJ now.
Yeah,
I'd probably have kids that had another house.
Funny, you pivot around and shit like that. That's like kind of a lot of stuff that slowed a lot of my career down as women, and you know.
but they're the best.
Oh,
we
man,
need them around.
Love them, hate them, you know. Fucking can't live with them, can't live without them.
Can't live without them. That's it. You've got to have a woman's touch with everything.
It's the balance. No, if anything, my dating over the last 10 years has taught me to, you know, not to eat shit from people that don't deserve it. And
Not to eat shit. What?
I'm too nice a guy. I put up with very, very hard to deal with women, you know. Like,
Okay.
high maintenance is the word, yeah.
All right, well, let's
Key
get
words.
off of that. Anyway. Right.
No, honestly, but that did slow me down a lot with a lot of work because I always prioritise them and our lives together and getting things done. And inevitably, when it breaks down, I'd be like, okay, I'm back to doing my thing. And so I've just prioritised myself as well. It's the balance, you know. Like if people are asking you to sacrifice doing your career for them, maybe that's not a healthy balance. You know, like maybe you should find that quid pro quo. So,
Well, see, that's where they say it's like you got to find your best friend, right? You got to find someone that is going to be like, you want to do this? That sounds cool. Let's do this. And then the same thing, vice versa.
yeah, and being encouraging and, you know, be keen on that because I know a lot of DJs that have girlfriends and
It works for
inevitably they
them,
give
yeah.
up their careers because they don't like them being out all night long.
Yeah.
And that's fair enough. You know, they get a little
It can
jealous. Like,
happen.
oh, the women are giving you attention, and you know, I never know where you are. You're around drugs and alcohol. It's just like, yeah, that's the job.
Yeah.
Like, it's unfortunately.
See,
part
for
of
me,
it,
it's like I try and go sober and not drink as much or this or that. But
Yeah.
like I've just had a missus a while ago. But like with that, I have to say, it was the best thing and something I've always wanted. Always wanted. It's like I can finish work, I can come home, and I can get in bed, and it's just everything's okay. Everything's all good. My ears are ringing. I'm tired. I've done 38,000 steps in 6 hours. I'm like sweating my ass off.
Oh, it's a marathon.
It
and
is,
By
yeah.
the end of it, yeah, it's nice certainly having someone there for you. Like,
Yeah,
for sure. Like,
that's it. And it's just like having that connection as well, and someone to talk to, and just to try and figure out. Yeah,
Oh, we all need it. We all need,
need
it in
that,
our lives.
yeah.
You can't not have it. And fuck, I'm grateful for the relationships I've had. You know, I still
Yeah.
love them.
well, it's all learning experiences and this and that. But so then, like, anyway, let's talk about the music.
Revolving back
Yeah,
to the
revolving
start
back
of the,
again,
the
like,
music career sort of thing. But
yeah, all the
but yeah,
boys are hanging out and everything.
yeah, and there's Wilco and O'Neill, and we used to do this thing where we'd just be like mixing music from like 9 a.m. in the morning till like 2 p.m. You know, we'd all rock up at each other's house, usually my place.
Yeah.
And it'd be like GDA, Grand Theft Auto on one screen,
Yeah.
bongs in one corner, and then one guy mixing, and we'd be like, all right, you mix 2-3 tracks.
Then have a really.
Then you're on the bongs and the other guy's on the GDA, and we'd switch like this, doing this rotation, and we'd do that. We did that for months, man, until we got so good at hard cuts and just fucking best timing, man. We could have 3 guys on the decks and all be in sync doing chops and
That's
queuing
cool.
up sick dubstep tracks. So it became a real vibe, like, and that got me hooked. And sure enough, we went off in our different directions, and that something came out of that. We actually all fucking loved music, and I think O'Neill was the only one that didn't do more with it, and he should if he's watching. Jump back on the decks, brother. Like.
But then, so where did the gigs come out of it then? So like,
Oh man, I was throwing a lot of house parties. Like
Yeah.
when I was like in high school doing that, I was like, yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna start throwing parties for people and like, you know, throw my hand up for it. So did a few birthday parties. Like did a ball after for the school ball. Fucking, I hadn't even graduated yet, so it was for the year above. And
That's cool.
Oh, bro, it was sick, but it was a setup and a half because I had one mate rock up with homebrew alcohol, and you know we're fucking 17, and he brings a bottle of homebrew alcohol. And fucking like it's like 50%, and he's just going around giving it to people, sipping
have some
it,
moonshine.
have some moonshine, and it's fucking infused with THC as well. So we were getting bonkered off of it, like.
Oh my
So,
god.
like, halfway through the set, I fucking melted. I drank so much alcohol, like I was just like
At the ball
on the
afterwards.
deck, like putting hard dubstep on and then drum and bass, and there was like 3-4 really drunk chicks, and everyone else was sober because like all the parents were like, "No, you're not drinking alcohol," and the few people that you know did, and the parents were like, "Yeah, you've brought it, whatever."
Oh my
There was like
God.
4 of them, and I got so plonkered, I ended up passed out in the toilet by like 11 o'clock. With fucking, it was Dane Pav, his dad. Fuck, he's trying. I'm like, I was in the toilet. The toilet was so small, my legs were blocking the door, so they thought I was like dead in the toilet.
So they actually trying to do welfare checks.
Can't
No.
let it in.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fucking hours, cunt, like hours, like. So yeah. So a hard lesson to not get as fucked up the next time.
Yeah. yeah. But that's the thing. It was like that was way back ago. How long was that? Like 10 years ago?
Oh man, that was 10, 11 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
11 years ago. You know,
That's
as a
it,
kid,
yeah.
like that's sort of shit you do not do at any venue. Do not do that anywhere you want to make money. Like this was like, you know, I was a kid and it was not that much money anyway. So
Yeah.
it was more fun.
What's the experience and having fun with it, right?
And then after that, I ended up doing a gig for a mate for his birthday for an open house party, and that went fucking terrible as well.
An open house party?
Well, it was good until it went bad.
What, so this is still down Margaret River area?
Nah, this was in Busso, this one we threw. So over out the back of like where the the community centres are and the high school and shit is. I don't know if you know Fabian Sykes.
Fabian
back
Sykes?
in the day, like
No?
He had a hot sister.
He had a hot sister.
She was funny. She was our teacher at one point, like the substitute teacher. She was only 2 years older than us.
Yeah.
And she's at this party, and I was like, "You're the teacher at my school," and she's like, "Fucking, you shouldn't be doing this." And I was like, "You fucking say anything to the fucking teachers about this, and I'll fucking tell them everything about you doing it."
Oh my god! So she tried to blackmail you, and you just blackmailed her
I'll
back.
fuck you, mail you straight back.
Oh my god!
So we set up this party. This was back when Facebook first came out, so there was a lot of problems with the social network. One of them was like when you throw events, everyone would see it. Anywhere in the country, like fucking anywhere in the city. So like it attracted 300, 400 people to a teenager party. You remember we saw all those videos back in the day? Like someone put a party on Facebook and 300 people rocked up. That happened to us.
Yeah,
fucking
nice.
So it was the last time we ever put an event on Facebook like that. Just do the closed groups. They fixed that feature, I think a couple months after all that
made
shit
it private.
happened.
Yeah.
But fucking sure enough, like it went from a very small casual gathering of like 100 invited people to 300 people spilling out onto the streets into the cul-de-sac. Riot Squad was called. Fuck. And I'm inside.
Wait, this wasn't on Dorset Street, was it?
No, that was actually Chris's party.
My brother was at that one.
We were both there for that. I remember you mixing out in the backyard.
Oh, no, you were there.
I was there. I remember seeing it.
That was so long ago. So if anyone doesn't realise, right, I used to have a Toyota Echo, and I put 14 speakers in that and 2 subwoofers. It was insane. It was I reckon the loudest car.
Mixer out the back of the boot. Like,
that's all I did. I used to literally run cables from the fucking head unit of the car out the door, open the doors, and then just set up a table and DJ up from my car.
It's fucking brilliant.
Portable party.
And then just close the doors up.
That's it, and see you later. It worked so well. But I remember that party, Dorset Street party. I got way too drunk and packed my stuff up, and I thought you were too good, so I was like, let this guy do it. It's all good. That was a long time ago.
I was probably 18, so that would be a year. That's 10 years ago. So we were coming back to the last time we were all fucking really partying it up. Because me and TV, we fucking partied a lot with the same circles of friends back in the day. Dorset Street and behind Mitre 10, we had Chris Lickle. And
And now it's a 7-Eleven next.
Now it's a 7-Eleven, the old acid tripping den.
Well, those guys back then.
Bro, a lot of acid every weekend. Dungeons and Dragons, the first time I ever played it was on acid. I was in there and I was like a dwarf character, and I just spent the whole game just like ruining the game.
Just trying the pieces are moving by themselves.
Just had people laughing to the point we just gave up and went, nah, we're done. Went and watched I think the Lego movie or something in the next room or something.
Damn, that was so long ago.
Fuck yeah, it was. Like, back to that party with that Riot Squad. I'm like mixing. It was a 6 hour. I had speakers going outside. Like there was a bit of drama. It was a good and bad night, and it taught me a lot of lessons to just like do things a bit more professionally, as well as like keep it a bit more secret so you don't get the worst cunts sort of rocking up. That's where raves are sort of more my thing now. If you go out far enough, like people don't mess with it in general.
That's it, yeah.
But
it's too far out for the cops to make it their problem almost.
Yeah, but also keep it to a minimal because it can be stressful too. Getting clean up and sorting people out and taking payment and all that shit. But we'll circle onto that too.
So have you actually have you thrown raves and stuff?
Yeah, we've done a few bush stuffs. Not as much anymore because they were just so stressful.
That's it. Yeah, it's a lot. Like a lot of people don't realise, but when it comes to bush stuffs, it is like running your own business.
It's much effort, man. Like for the guy that's throwing the rave, the most amount of fun they probably get is like maybe the 20-30 minutes they're playing their songs. Yeah. Mixing and just depending on like how chill it is. Because I've seen really small little raves with like 50 people and everyone's having a great time. The guys running it having a great time because it's only 50 people. Yeah. Like imagine it's 300 people and shit's getting broken, shit's going wrong. Like, I got some fucking funny stories about this one doof that went fucking shockingly wrong. Like.
We'll go on. What happened? Yeah.
Oh fuck. I'll finish this other one and I'll circle on to more bad rave stories. We did that one with that open party, and like, I was mixing it up. Bloody mate comes in, he's like, the cops are here, because it's gotten to like 9 o'clock. We've been partying on for a couple of hours. So all these people, I didn't know the party was pissing out onto the street at that point, because I'm just inside in the booth, just looking straight out of one dance floor. There's another dance floor going out to the back, and then it's going around the side of the house. Hundreds of people, like in a room as big as this, just going out, like fucking it packed, like with a strobe going. Fucking mate comes in, cops are here. They're telling you got to shut it down. This party's out of control, and I was just like, fuck the cops. I'm drunk as fuck. Fuck them.
It's the worst thing you should do.
I was like, tell the cops to get fucked. And like he's like a really chill guy, Tyrone. He's just like, oh, okay. So he goes back out, and I'm sure he's just like, he's saying no. No, like, fuck the police.
FTV.
So as soon as he tells me that, I queue up, fuck the police, this dubstep fucking like mash up of it. So it's the whole party just goes from like dancing to fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Fucking, and that kicked it off. And then people started throwing bottles at the coppers. So they came back in riot gear with shields. And then half an hour later, sends old mate back in. If you don't turn it off, they reckon they're going to come in and seize all your equipment and lock you up. And I just went like this. And just, all right, thanks for the party, fuck off.
And then just left.
And just packed all my shit up into a suitcase. I went and grabbed the 2 Hollies. There was these 2 chicks named Holly, really good friends, Holly Crute and Holly Perry. And I was like, come up to this party, it's going to be
I've heard
sick.
those last names.
There was CJ Lynch as well there, and it was like his first week in
CJ Lynch.
First week in WA, and I'm like, come to this party, it's going to be sick, because everyone was giving him shit at school. So I drag him out to this fucking party. He gets so stoned he doesn't get off the couch all night, and then I forget about him. So he gets stuck like an hour away from his house in Busselton, just with his girlfriend, like, where am I, in like a foreign state?
How do I get here? How do I get home? Oh my god.
So I'm going up the road with this wheelie bag with the 2 Hollies on either side. I'm like, let's just get out of here, like, this is sketchy, like, there's lots of people, just follow me. Beeline through, round the side of the cul-de-sac, a line of cops, and then just the whole cul-de-sac full of people, and then just like throwing shit at him. And I'm like, zip around that, up the sidewalk, go up the side. And as I'm going out onto the street, I've already called a taxi, because I was like, we got to get out of here quick as, wait on the edge of the corner. The cops come up and drive up next to me and look, start screaming, what are you doing? Where are you going? And I was like, I'm just going home, mate. Didn't even look at them. They're like, what are you doing? They just keep screaming, like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. And just walk like this, get going, got into the taxi. Both in, we were out of there.
Really? And they didn't stop you? They didn't do anything?
They were about to definitely open up that bag and be like, oh, you're the DJ. You're the one that's...
You're the problem. You're the guy that started all this.
So it's just like...
I'm putting an NWA dubstep remix of Fuck the Police.
Yeah, bad decision. Do not wind up the audience. Do not play 10 DMXs.
10 DMX songs. Oh my god.
Yeah, what? All right.
So that was like, what, like 10 years ago?
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
And so what else has happened since then?
Oh, fuckloads has happened since then. I wish a bit more fucking in some of those funny stories. Well, just a few, but fucking, oh man, we'll go on to that when we're through that doof, like.
Yeah.
So like, I had a bit of a period, I was just throwing house parties, like between like 20 to pretty much now, just going and just doing a few small gigs. Every now and again I'd fill in a few gigs with some people, like Nathan Parsons. He took me under his wing with doing DJing in the last couple of years when I moved down to Margs, and he really got me back on the scene and doing a lot more gigs, which was sick, because I'd been dating a lot of chicks, moving around, and just had to kind of put a backstop to a lot of music. Like I lived down in Manjimup and Pemberton for a little bit, and I just didn't do anything down there music related really for a while. And
well, buddy, Manjimup, like when we look at the population of Manjimup, like there's not much going on down there.
There's not much. Like,
but you get the motocross every year. The Manji 5000.
It's like maybe drive some cars, and like I was trying to focus in on like business down there, but
no, so MANJ, isn't it MANJ? Yeah, Manjimup.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. Yeah, it's really fun spot. Area. Like, you know, like it's definitely got a lot of potential to do a lot of stuff, and it's great for farming and working and all that. But yeah, I put a lot of it on the back burner and just kind of mixed in my free time for a bit during those years, and like a few house parties.
9,000 people live there.
Great area, not many hours.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, then I got back to Margs and really kicked up the career again. Just bloody doing a few filling gigs for Nathan. He DJs as Levels, and he does a few gigs. Like his main thing is his Sultry. Okay. So he does like an acoustic duo. That they're actually going on tour next week again in Europe to go and do some opening for a few really like big bands and stuff. So
that's cool.
They're a sick band. Like check them out. Sultry, really cool indie acoustic sort of folk music, like Sultry. So like SALT, and then Tree. But they're a sick band. Like between Nathan and Tom, like they're two really amazing musicians, like musical geniuses in a lot of ways, and like not only their production and their ability to create music, but how they work together with the sort of like singing sort of duo they do is amazing.
Very
really,
cool.
Really
if you see these guys again, like tell them I'd love to have them on. Definitely.
Yeah, they're bloody oath, man.
Like a regional Australian tour, like that's awesome. Like,
yeah, man, they're doing tons of stuff. Like they open up for Ziggy Alberts. Like they've done a lot. Like I think their monthly listeners at the moment is a little out of control. Like. Yeah,
what? 4.7 million listens by the looks of it.
Yeah, I've watched them take off the last couple of years and just absolutely kill it, and it's truly as deserved.
They probably won't even be able to come on because they're too big.
Well, Sony might have a few things to say about it.
That's it, yeah. Sony be like, no, sign this release, and recorded, and like...
You know, like, I'm sure you're pretty PG friendly and all that.
Yeah, I'll be with these guys just to tick Sony's box. I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about this.
Very easy to play ball with. Like.
That's it. Like if Universal say jump or Sony say jump, I guess I have to say how high, right? Because I don't want to get my stuff balked, like copyrighted and taken down and stuff. Like.
Yeah, I'll have to put you in touch with a few of these crew. Like they're great musicians. Like, Margaret River's such a music scene.
It's a beautiful place.
Like Margaret's is like the sister city to sort of Perth with the music, the entertainment industry. Because like you go down there and there's a lot of musicians that hide away down there because it's a beautiful place to be. And there's similar-minded people, and the only thing that's missing is the venues and the studios, and a lot of that is getting built at the moment. There's a few people that I've got a mate that's actually pretty keen to build a music recording label down there and get a proper sort of venue to have like cater to musicians in the area.
Why not?
Because there's a fuckload of musicians.
Yeah.
You know, like
well, look, Tame Impala's got his little like recording thing down there.
Yeah, well, they bought Wave Studio.
Yeah,
like, funny enough, I actually threw the last rave there before he bought that out.
You what?
Yeah,
like we bought Wave Studio. So literally,
pull that up. It's a natural amphitheater. It's sick. Like my dad used to rave there when he was my age and younger. Like it was the go-to secret but not so secret local spot for raving. It's on Injured Up Hill. Like it's a natural cave. Like it's in a Aboriginal protected sort of conservement area. Like the cave itself is a burial ground, and they've excavated I think 12 corpses out of there.
Wow.
I think they've returned them now. But like the whole thing is a sacred ground, burial ground that was...
Try click on the photos,
you go to Google Images, you'll find the best ones. Like if you go...
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And this is where he did his like...
And that's where he records. That's probably him actually.
Yeah.
But if you go down, scroll down, that's the natural amphitheater there. Just there.
Wait, go up left, top left.
On the green there.
Down.
So if you pull up a few photos of that, and
no shit, I have been here before.
You would have been there, man.
I went to a party here.
No shit.
No, funny, Chris Lickle, right?
Yeah, Chris.
Chris used to live here.
Yeah.
He lived in a sea container here.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I'm gonna tell the podcast, right? This is one of the most craziest stories craziest experiences I've ever had, right? Basically, an old mate of mine, Joel, he told me, let's go see Chris. So we went down to this place, right? We went through the back entrance, not the front place.
Yeah, through the four-wheel drive track.
Yeah, through the four-wheel drive track to get to this place, right? We rock up, and there's a sea container, and Chris Lickle is living in this sea container.
Smoking cones.
Yeah, with this girl.
With a hippie headband on and his dog, yeah.
Why are people calling me?
Busy man.
Yeah. Bloody events and shit.
Oh man, I was great friends with him back then, and we used to hang out a lot there.
Oh no, but like the story gets wilder, right?
No, okay, yeah.
So like we hang out and we catch up and we go and see him, right? And when we go and see him, then it's like the girl is like, oh yeah, my dad's probably around here somewhere.
Would have been Kim, no doubt.
Yeah, and it's like, so this guy walks out of the bush barefoot with like long blue, like, I don't know, 90s bloody sweatpants.
Was he playing a pan flute per chance?
No, but he had no shirt on. He had a big Santa beard, overgrown white hair, and he walks out of the bush and he's like, "Hi guys, how you doing?" And I kind of looked over and
Sassy?
yeah, and I was like, "What? Hi?" Like, I just felt so uncomfortable. I was like, "This guy's a bush dude, bushman." I was like, what, 19 years old, 20 years old. I was like scared.
He's a real bushman.
I was like, where am I? Like, what is going on here?
It's a little different out there, yeah.
Yeah, we went for a walk, and then there was that place, and we saw this, and they had a party later on that night. Went back there.
Yeah, it's
it
true.
was a sick party. I didn't know anyone there. I tried to mingle, but I didn't feel like I was at that stage in life where I didn't know how to like socialize.
Oh man, I think there's many like under 21-year-olds, and we're all pretty awkward at that age, and especially a strange venue. Yeah.
Well, that's it. But like, it's just seeing that Santa Claus looking dude. I was like, what is this? Like, where am I? You're living in a sea container. We just drove
next to a cave on the top of a hill on $1 million beach, injured up hill. Like it's a beautiful place.
That's
like,
what it's called. So it's called Waves.
Wave Studio, yeah. And Tame
Studio.
Impala loved recording there so much that I'm pretty sure the lead singer bought it so they could all have it. To record.
Kevin Parker, yeah.
Yeah, and it's epic. The studio downstairs is super cool. Like it's it's cool equipment, not the best acoustics. It's the vibe of the place. Like
that's crazy. I was wondering when I told this story a while ago, but I just couldn't. I didn't know where it was or what it was called.
Yeah, injured up, man.
But it's so funny that Tame Impala owns that place now. I wonder if the caretaker's still there, which is that dude.
Probably, man. Like he was pretty good at his job and he was pretty quiet.
He looked after the place. Yeah, really well. Yeah, that's so funny. That would be so funny. Like, because what's happening? Do you know what's happening with Chris Lickle? Is he still out?
He's in Vass, I believe. He built a house there. He's got a few kids now. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen him since he's done all that because I've just been so busy.
That's fair. Well,
got to catch up with him. Like, I've got some funny stories. Me and Chris, buddy, we've had some absolute laughs. Like fucking going up to Exmouth and bloody fishing and like, oh man, we both like took a van and like painted it, went up to Exmouth and lived up there for like 3+ months. Yeah, that van that was just getting painted forever. We're gonna use it to go around Australia.
Yeah,
we got to
Joel
Exmouth.
crashed it, right?
Huh?
Didn't Joel crash it and then it popped the window?
Yeah, that would have been later on. Yeah,
and he popped the window and he got a massive scar up his elbow. Yeah, I remember that van.
Yeah.
Just kept getting rattle canned consistently.
Bro, we built the back of it when we were stoned as fuck, all the wood and shit. And like did all these measurements, and I was just like I kept making these measurements, and Chris was just not paying attention to them. Like, and I was like, yeah,
it wasn't screwed in properly.
I had to keep cutting things like to make it so that things would open up or fit square. By the end of it, I'd built a bed that would fold it was a couch that would fold out into a bed. So it was like a bit of space in the back to use as like a travel sort of vehicle. Yeah. The supports for it, one side was shorter than the other, so the whole bed went down on an ankle.
Oh my god!
And like that doesn't feel like much, but those few degrees fuck your back.
Yeah, it probably would. 100%. But yeah, so then no shit. So he bought that place. Then you threw a rave, one of the last parties there.
Yeah. It was fucking classic. Like I heard about it through a few of the old crew, and they were like, "Yeah, we're having a rave there, and it's going to be the very last one. Do you want to come and help out with it?" So I helped do the tickets at the door. I helped sell the tickets over at Yelling Up the town hall, the hall there, Yelling Up Hall. We sold the tickets there. So many old school crew. Most of the audience was over 35, 40. Like, and they were all there for like trance, goer, so like real old school ravey sort of beats and shit. But more so just to be there too. Like, fuck, bro. It was sick. It really was a good vibe. Really nice people. Like,
did you ever go to raves at Castle Rock at all?
Yeah.
I've been to a rave.
Oh yeah, bro. The full moon parties were epic, bro. Like that was another wicked rite of passage. Like,
we'll get to that in a bit though. So
oh man, that was sick. Like,
so you did the rave, you sold tickets,
and it was a classic one. Like, because we had a lot of fun. Like, I ended up peaking duck on Molly, like, and in a bathtub with my neighbour.
In a bathtub, with your neighbour.
We both lived on the same street. At the end of the night, we're in a bathtub on Molly having a D&M, and I'm just like, we're neighbours. Like, this is seriously inappropriate. I'm gonna have to see you the next day and be like, hey, like.
That's it. Yeah, we had a great time last night. Yeah. Watch the sunrise.
Great tits though, but yeah, it was good fun.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was sick because like I was the staff there, so I could use the bathroom. They were like the security we had, but like, what are you doing in there? And I was just like, I'm staff, mate. I'm having a bath. Like, fuck off. Like.
So it was a good event though.
Oh, it was a sick event. Yeah, we had a few different DJs on. I ended up going down and plugging my mixer in, and I had this like it was one of my very first mixers I had.
What was it? Let's look
it was a Zone DX Allen and Heath. So Zone DX.
XONE.
DX Allen Heath. Still got one. My first one broke, and I tried to fix it on acid and got really angry and threw it in a bin. A lot of regret because I could have kept it for spare parts. Yeah, I was sitting there on acid, just like, and I was just like, I'm gonna try and fix this now. No, never do. Don't do fucking work when you're on drugs.
No,
Terrible
like,
idea.
to try and fix these things.
They're hard and like
It's so intricate. Like same thing with tractor. So if you take it apart, you really gotta know what you're doing.
The first one I blew out the flash drive or the fucking USB MIDI port, so I ended up welding on another MIDI port, and then it broke, and then I tried to do it when I was high, and then I got frustrated and threw it in a bin. So I ended up buying another one later, and I've still got that one. It was great. The other one I took down did have some issues. It was like there was some interference. So even though I did my set 40, 50 minutes like on that rave, there was like interference that would come in and out. And like one guy was tripping balls and he was trying to help me the whole time during the set. I was like, bro, just leave it. This is as good as it's getting. We'll just let it play.
It's the controller. It's probably dust.
Yeah,
or something.
It started out really good. It was a lot of fun. But when you have technical difficulties, that shit does fuck with you when you're performing. Like,
yeah, it does. Yeah.
Fucking, you just like kills the vibe in a few ways. Like maybe on the dance floor they don't care, but for you internally you're just dying.
Yeah, that's it. That's what a lot of people don't realise as well, right? It's like if the music stops and then it starts again, it's like it gives the DJ a heart attack. But at the same time, the staff,
most of the time they don't even care or notice.
They don't even realise. They don't even realise. It's unless the music stops for like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, then it's like, okay, what's going on?
Every DJ has been guilty of like mistiming and letting a song run out.
Yeah.
The true trick is just quickly loading another song before anyone notices. No one notices half the time. Sometimes it gives you a good point to break up the set, move on to a different genre.
Yeah.
You know, take a mistake and own it and use it, and you might learn a new technique. That's where you learn stuff is from mistakes.
Well, for like your DJing then, so like how have you like managed to hone in on your skills? Like have you watched others and like
I've watched a lot of others and a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. Like I love it. Like when I first started mixing, I'd be 7-8 hours a day.
Yeah, as you said, it's like in the shed with everyone
just non-stop. And I did that for a couple of years, 2-3 years, and then one day I was like, fuck, I'm only mixing for 4 hours now. I'm getting bored. Why not 6, 7, 8 hours? Like, and it's just the mentality. Like, you know, I really enjoyed it that much. You love your craft, you just get stuck in it.
That's
you know,
it's like a dream job, isn't it? Like if you make it work, you can make it work.
Yeah,
it's
if
like,
you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life, and just hone in on your passions. If you love and enjoy doing it, just do that. You know, try to hone other things at the same time, but play to your strengths. Play to your strengths.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So then you've still got this. This is your main.
I've still got it. I actually use it for I use it for production now.
Okay.
I actually use it as a musical instrument more than I mix on it now. I'll throw stems through it. So I've started doing a lot of production nowadays in the last 5 years. So we'll kind of loop onto that with all our stories. So I've started making a lot of hip hop. Like I'm actually predominantly, I'm a DJ, but I'm also a rapper and an MC. So I work crowds and do a bit of rapping over the top of sets and try to work that into it and make a bit of a performance type element, do the hype man stuff.
Have you heard of a guy called Lucian Black at all?
No, I don't.
I'll tee you up after this. So Lucian, like, he's part of he made this group called Flytrap Studios.
Oh yeah.
And so with him, like, he helps book like rappers and hip hop artists and MCs and DJs. He brings it all together.
He's like a hip hop
guy, basically.
Awesome, man.
Like, I have so much time for Lucian.
MC Uncivil Reaper, guy. Like MC Reaper is my other handle. Uncivil Reaper, like, because my mates they do uncivil beats. Yeah. So that's my gang sort of group tag with them.
There he is there on the left.
So
the beard,
our beat tag is Uncivil, and then I'm MC Reaper. That's kind of my nickname.
Well, I'll forward you onto Lucian.
Yeah, like, fucking oath. Definitely put us in contact. Like,
he probably will want to do some sort of event down south with you.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Possibly, like.
Honestly, keen as I've been linking up with tons of rappers all around Australia, and the scene is really small. Like not just rap, but like all of it, DJs, hip hops especially. Like a lot of people connect and know each other a lot more because there's just not many people putting themselves out there.
That's it. Perth is just one big country town. Technically, that's what we are. Like,
Yeah.
WA is a big country town.
Well,
We've hit 3 million people.
Man,
Like, I love doing this.
95% of the population is right here.
Well, like, what's the population of Greater New York? Let's look this up.
Yeah,
And you compare that to WA, and you're like, well, okay.
Well, I'd be keen. It's definitely link me up with it because
Yeah. Well, after this, we'll chat, and then. Oh,
So,
there you go.
I've been
Okay,
keen to
it's
do
8 But look at Greater.
Oh yeah.
Go down the second tab. There you go. Yeah, 23. In Greater New York. So not the city centre. It's like just in the actual like county basically of it. 23 million. And that's just one state in America. Whilst we've got a population of, I think it's like 3 point.
It's hard to imagine just how truly small we
2.3.
are, like in comparison to most of the world. And I think a lot of people need to sort of realise that puts us at the forefront to, you know, do things before other people have done it. You know, where this is sort of the first generation that's doing a lot of the stuff and setting up for the next guys. And just like you had your mate take you under your wing, I've had a similar thing. You've got to sort of protege to people and have someone that can, you know, bloody mentor you. Have a few,
like what I've learned over the years is like, if we don't help each other, then how do we grow? Because if we don't help each other and we focus on ourselves, then we create a toxicity almost. Like we create like a poison in the industry. Because you're not helping everyone. You're just worried about making money for yourself, or worried about, you know, trying to make yourself the next big DJ, or try and blow yourself up. And it's not right in a way, because
it's not going to get you very far.
No.
Like in the long term, you know, short term gains, you might step over a lot of people to get where you are. But like, look at Red Foo, man.
Yeah, Red Foo. Yeah, that's it.
What did he do? He stepped over everyone, and where is he now?
Yeah,
like,
LMFAO,
fucking no one knows where he is now. He's
in Miami.
doing electric scooter ads, and you know, but like no, literally, it's like that. People don't forget. The internet doesn't forget. So, and even then, it's like in the industry, like if you actually like making people have a good time, like then
it's what matters.
Like you should be able to connect with people, have a good time, and be able to, you know, that extends to be able to hang out with more people, because otherwise they just shut you down and be like, I don't want to deal with you. You're not fun to hang out with. Why would we want to talk to you? You're a pain in the ass.
But that's where it can come down to connections and who you are and this and that. And like,
for sure. Like, the vanity as it goes up the spectrum because of, you know, how many eyes you've got on you and how people change when they get money and popularity. You know, so, something that everyone should keep the mirror on themselves. Just because you've got a bit of attention doesn't mean you should act like an asshole.
But see, that's where it's like, I've said this to a few people, and it's like, in a way, so it's a little bit controversial, but it's not controversial, right? So, first, free choice tobacco, right? So there's a guy who lives over in Sydney called Candyman. His name is Candyman. Or whatever,
yeah.
And he owns all the free choice tobacconists in Australia.
Yeah, true.
This guy is like, he's a squillionaire. He's literally selling poison to people. He imports tobacco, then obviously puts the hike on it because the government wants him to put the hike on it, and then
so
sells it, right? But then his kids, it's like, okay, well, his kids are going to grow up with Ferraris and Lamborghinis and pools and houses and
blood money of a kind,
But then it's like, will they look at that and go, Dad sells poison to people? Or would they go, no, like, we get all the nice things, it's good, like, you know, don't worry about Dad's business choices. It's
I'm
like
sure
morals.
the same thing, people have the same feeling when they sell weapons, you know, like, and they sell drugs. And it's like, you know, like Biggie Smalls, I love his music, but he sold crack to pregnant women, you know, like, never forgive him for it. Like,
did he actually? Yeah. Jesus.
You know, shit like that. Like, fucking, you know, look at your idols. Look at your idols. Really look at them.
Yeah, that's it. You know, look at Puff. Is it Puff Daddy? P Diddy. Yeah, P Diddy. Yeah. Diddy.
The diddler.
Yeah. Did he do it? Diddy did it.
Oh, he's been diddling.
Yeah, he's been diddling. Definitely.
Bro, the amount of rap songs with Diddy references in it recently, like,
I've done popping off. It's a new cult thing to say, right?
Oh, it's fucking funny. It's definitely fucking funny. Like.
So then with the production, so how did you get into that? It was just like the next step?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted to make dubstep. You know, I love like music so much, and just the intricacies of how it's composed has always really interested me. And I think any music lover sort of gets into that head state where they're like, how is that made? Why does it sound like that? What is the math behind why I like this so much?
Yeah.
And like that's always intrigued me. I'm a math guy, I like science, so it's like a little bit of, you know, sound engineering and emotion, and the science meets the emotion sort of things, you know, the the tangible and the intangible. And that's where I love music so much. It's not something you can really easily explain, the effects that it has on you and the joy that it brings, but the math behind it is a lot of fun, because then you can make it and do the same thing for other people as well.
That's incredible. No one's explained it like that before. That's a good way to explain it. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's not just being like, I like making cool beats. It's like, nah, it's the equation behind it.
There's a lot of math in it, and I follow a few people that are really maths out that do make music, and it's really more gets into that sort of classical, really just out there experimental, like big compositions that are 20-30 minutes long, and you go, oh, how are they doing this? Like, I really love jazz. I really love experimental jazz, and a lot of that comes from boom bap. You know, I just love it. In general, I love jazz in general, and but boom bap definitely, like,
boom bap.
Yeah, it's hip hop music where you sample jazz.
Like classic.
Typically really dusty, big drums, like old school rap. You know,
so how do you spell it? Boom
bap. Yeah. Okay. I make a lot of boom bap tracks.
That's awesome, because funnily enough, I was talking to my booking manager about this the other day with my best mates. Literally saying like Lost and Found by Pete Rock. It's like one of my favourite things. Like, click all the roots. Click Lost and Found, that album.
Like, boom bap's like the most simple old school rock and roll 4x4 sort of like loop, and like applying that to 80
square
90 BPM hip hop, you can make an inimaginable amount of different kinds of beats. Like,
this is where I got my original DJ name from, Square One.
Yeah,
from
true.
This song.
No shit. Well, there you go. It goes full circle.
And also because, like, I heard of Shock One, I was like, well, he's Shock One. Why can't it be Square One? Like, go back to Square One.
That's sick. Like, that's a sick one, man. Like, Square One, that's a good one. Like, especially with, like, I love square waves.
Yeah.
Square's a good one. Like, you could be like, don't be square. See you there.
But yeah, no, that's amazing though. Yeah, so it's called boom bap.
Boom bap,
Boom bap, because it doesn't happen anymore. Like, I feel like orchestral, instrumental, like jazzy.
Hilltop Hoods were probably like some of the last band to really bring that into the mainstream before it sort of fizzled out to the 90s sort of thing. Like, there's a lot of people that are still bringing it back, and there's so many different styles of rap nowadays, like, you know, cloud trap, fucking trip hop, glitch hop, like, in every other weird genre in between. There's even rap now where there's no beat. Fucking listening to that genre pop off the last 2 years, it may as well just be poetry.
Yeah, that's
it. Just like, you're just doing slam poets over a cappella with no beat. Like,
so when it comes to hip hop, then, so what do you think about how it's like? I have found that it's like, I've said on the podcast multiple times. So I reckon after 2012, when Nicki Minaj released Super Bass, hip hop went down the shitter. It's just because it's like, it's not hip hop, it's super bass, but when you listen to it, hasn't aged well in a way. But then it's like this new form of hip hop where it's like mumble rap. And you have the Tekashi 6x9s and
I was such a diehard old school hip hop head for a long time, and there was a huge separation in the hip hop scene when, like, SoundCloud came out, and a lot of like Triple X, Tayshawn, and like all the littles coming out. I only found this out the
other day. So it's actually X-Tentation.
Yeah.
So I was calling Triple X Tentacticon.
Well, because of the movie fucking Triple X, you know, I just thought that was what it was. Like,
I kept saying his name like a fucking
well, you know, the movie Triple X, like that's what I thought. I thought, oh, he likes the movie Triple X.
Triple X Temptation.
That's it. That was always in my mind. Vin Diesel jumping off that bridge and Tayshawn just like, that's fucking sick. Like,
that's this guy.
But it took me ages to get on that way. I didn't start liking a lot of this music till they'd all died. And that really made me sad, because I was like, these guys are really talented, amazing music, and a lot of that stuff sticks with me now, like Moonlight by XXXTentacion, like that's one of my all-time favorites, and a whole bunch of other tracks. They were really getting into that experimental new wave of like taking hip-hop and like because like SoundCloud was so experimental. They came out, all these new crew, and they were like, fuck you, old generation, we're giving you no respect, and we're going to do our own thing. And that created such a dilemma where, like, the old heads were like, well, let's just try shut them down rather than be behind them. Snoop Dogg's going, all these mumble rappers and all this, and it's like, yeah, you know, like, a lot of us like are not so keen on the mumble, but some people enjoying that music. You know, like, if they're enjoying it, it's done its job. Like,
exactly, and that's where it's just like apples and oranges, or apples and Samsungs. So there's no point hating on someone that has a Samsung or an Android phone. But people do that, and people hate on mumble rap.
There is a category out there
of everything, right?
There's a category of music out there called bad music, and it's been around for 60, 70 years now.
Can we look this up? So
it's literally it's music that people encapsulate as not being very popular to the mainstream, And there's a few bands that sort of started that early riff. Usually, because back in the day, it was so hard to make music. You have to go through so many gatekeepers to get it out there.
Yeah,
so the people that would do it by themselves and just put it out there, and it was of lower quality, a lot of that would just be classified as bad music. And that created a whole new experimental way of, well, fuck, we'll take the power back and do it out of our bedrooms. Rather than going through the gatekeeper of the radio and the vinyl presser.
Yep.
Like, we'll fund it ourselves and put it out there. And it did create a lot of bad music. But some people enjoyed that bad music. Some of that bad music became good taste. Like, Reddit probably wouldn't find. I'd have to
deleted by the post. The
YouTube.
That's kicking a bee's nest right there.
I found a YouTube video that did a really good breakdown. I have to find this band, but you know, the whole concept of it is, yeah, you know, like we're all just feeling around with music. What's to say what's subjectively good?
That's
you know, same with art. I seen someone put a banana on a wall the other day, tape it to it, and they sold that for $10 million.
Yeah, can we look that up? The banana on the wall. What even is that art piece called?
Oh man!
But that's it. It's all subjective.
It had a very ironic name to it, but that's the art industry in its own. Comedian. Yeah, it's called Comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy that bought it was this rich Asian businessman, and he ate it
the banana, yeah.
as an advertising stunt.
Yeah.
that's a very expensive $10 million ad.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just a banana taped to a wall, and that was and that's art. Like, but that is a form of art. That's expression.
But coming back to our big tangent with the Zone DX that I had, like when I doing all my early production, like the boys got me into doing a lot of production with hip hop and stuff. Like I wanted to make dubstep early on when I first started getting into mixing. I was like, I want to make stuff like that. That's what I'm really inspired by right now. So I want to create that.
Yeah.
And I've ended up making genres of all types: drum and bass, house, hip hop, dubstep, drum step, quite a few genres that we'll go through on the SoundCloud. And
because you've experimented to try and find what you like. And what you resonate with,
the thing is, I like them all. So it's just in this mindset of just jumping around, like which project to get onto. Like trying to do this thing where you like separate into aliases almost, where it's like DJ Hillzee does the DJ stuff and the electronic dance music, and then you know MC Reaper does the hip hop stuff and the beat productions and the mixing and mastering, and like I did have a bit of fun with that. Like it still is a process. Like making beats is a lot different to mixing and mastering and putting the whole vocal chains together. But it's been a lot of fun just challenging myself to do it and working with people from around Australia and going, here's some free instrumentals. Hit me up. You ever need free instrumentals? MC Reaper on Civil Reaper. Bloody come my way. I'll hand them out to anyone that's keen to work, especially Australians, to get first priority. Like
nice. But that's the thing about it, right? So it's like if you're literally throwing your net out there being like, I'm willing to help people and you know, help them make whatever, help their artistic vision basically. It's helping everyone. It's working out.
Man, it connects us in the scene where I can do something you can't, you can do something I can't, and we work together and it makes us all more powerful. Like at the moment we've got a group of like 50 different rappers that we've put together in the last 2 weeks, and we're doing a big collab project, the Connect awesome. 25. Like the last couple of years they've done Connect 2024, 2023, 2022. You can find them on YouTube if you look Connection 2022 and Eckies, and I'll try to find what the main guy of it is. But we're doing a group at the moment. We're going to put an EP out, get a bunch of rappers, probably be like 12 producers, maybe 30 rappers across 3 or 4 tracks.
How do we look it up? So Connection 23. Yeah,
probably be just straight through YouTube. I might have to pull it up on here, but it was funny because the Mob Over East with like Lockie Hamill and Greeley and stuff. They did a very similar thing, like the Connection, I think, and they did like Connect Darwin and Connect Perth and all that. And it was really ironic. These guys have done a very similar thing with the Connection ciphers, like. It's Connected 25. I was trying to see if I've got this.
Connected.
I have to queue up these links, like.
Yeah, Kieran will be able to find it. No, that's all good though. But yeah, okay. So yeah, that sounds amazing. So you just get all the. Oh, is that it here?
Nah, that's a festival. Fuck, it's ironic because we were saying there's enough of us we could throw a festival at this point. Like,
But yeah, so with that, so you've brought everyone together, and so it's like it's a show.
Yeah, Eckies has brought everyone together. He's a producer out of Darwin, sick producer if you ever need.
Eckies.
Yeah, EKYZ, Eckies, yeah. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Drone Lo-Fi. If you type in Drone Lo-Fi, calling connected 22. So yeah, Drone Lo-Fi, King Break Studio, he's one of the main originators. It's been orchestrated in this, which has been sick. Like, I'll give him a little shout out on this, buddy. Let's go.
Wait, is this it here?
Yeah, that's the one there, yeah.
Will we get copyright if we play?
Oh, no. They've all the IDs and stuff are not on copyright.
And so it's an animation thing.
I think they've just thrown a few clips together on top of it, like. But yeah, we're going to be doing a similar project for the 2025. And yeah, there'll be, I think, even a small EP as well, because there's that many people. At the moment, we've got 4 tracks that have been worked on, and then there'll be 30 rappers spread across those 4 tracks, and then maybe one large cypher track. So this is a cypher track.
Yeah. Cypher. I've heard of cypher, actually.
Because where one person raps after each other, like no real hooks sort of thing, like no chorus, you just keep rapping. Generally, cyphers don't have hooks. That's all it is, like no main chorus. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, kind of like a freestyle in a sense, like.
Interesting. It's very cool though.
Out of Africa, so at the moment we've got pretty much like one person from every continent almost. So we got the Australia, America, UK, Africa. Got some Swedish people, some South Americans. Like there's probably like people from every major continent now in the group. So it's going to be like a worldwide connect at this point. I don't know if anyone's done that, but it's might be the first bloody people doing it. Who knows?
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna put you in contact with Lucian. Because Lucian would be like, he could help you guys somehow.
No, honestly, Kane has. Like, I've been linking up with a lot of crew on the scene. Like Jacob Gatesgirl, he does Beats, Bars and Banner, and he does the Underground Takeover podcast. I'll be doing that with him soon. He does a bunch of hip hop between Bunbury to Perth, and A Doubles, another guy on the scene's coming up. They're doing a lot of really good work. Bloody killing it. Like there's so many on the scene right now that are just absolutely ripping it up in Perth. And like, I seen Omac and his mob come perform down in Margs a couple months back, and that was sick. Like even Fluent came down, did a bloody set. I don't know if you've heard about him. Yeah, he's an up and coming rapper out of Australia. You know,
spell his name?
Fluent, FLWNT.
Okay.
Him and his son Infra-Red just came back from America off American Idol. They did a set on that, and that's helped blow them up tons. But they're sick rappers, and they do some really cool work. And then JJ's, I think, Fluent's nephew, and he's also a really good rapper. Like I bumped into him a couple months back last year, and he was like, yeah, I'm getting on the scene, and he put me on to him and Fluent and Infra-Red, and I was like, oh, you guys are killing it. Like, you guys are next up on the list. Let's go. Like,
that's awesome.
Like, yeah, check out, like, go YouTube, go Fluent and Infra-Red. Like, they're a sick duo. Really, really inspiring stuff. And like,
so it was FLWE.
Yeah, and then T, and then Infra-Red. Yeah. I remember watching them the last couple of years, popping up in the socials, and they're just mad talent.
Yeah, okay.
But Fluent works out of Perth, doing a bit of social work as well out of, I can't remember which prison it is, but he's helping the youth up here with a music studio, and he's fully like helping them produce music and make hip hop and tell their stories.
Oh, how young are they?
Like, it could be 10, 11 or something, bro. Like, and this kid's had quite a lot of skill for the last couple of years. Like, they've done pretty damn well. Classic. But it's sick to see. It's real positive. It's really good rap. There's a lot of really sick rappers that I fuck with on the scene. Like, after this, you should chuck Lockie Hamill on. Like, those guys are killing it over in Melbourne. They're making some good waves. Like,
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy skill. I was reading an article. It's like this kid's done more than most rappers have done with their careers in his like 10 years, sort of couple of years. Like, but it's super impressive. It's well done. Like,
that's incredible.
But yeah, there's another wave of hip hop coming through in Australia, and it's really cool to see because it's like, you know, I grew up with 360 and Cursor and a lot of gutter rap and, you know, very, very hard sort of street rap. And I do like my street rap still, but there is a lot that Australia's got to give in the different spectrums of rap out there. Like, you know, like Ivan Uzi, Lockie Hamill, Eric Devine, A Doubles, Dundee. Like, these are people that are making some epic music on the scene right now, and it's like it's not going unnoticed, that's for sure. Like,
it's all
A Doubles as well. Love his stuff as well, but
it's just the never-ending grind, basically. You really got to like just push it out there and just like get people aware, and like, you know, it sucks because then with the music industry, it can be sometimes it's like you're just a popular kid at high school, and then you can get that popularity and you can go from there, and you can be a DJ, and then because you can bring people to the venue, then they'll hire you.
Oh yeah,
it happens.
Yeah,
like,
music, a lot of it is a popularity sort of contest in ways.
It's not fair. It's not correct, right? Like, this is talent. This is pure talent, and that's where they need to be like pushed.
Those are the sorts of people that should be put at the forefront of the culture and being like, you know, this is good bloody skill. It's positive. Like, you know, I like all sorts of music. You know, even Husky and how much of a bad example it can be. Good music. Yeah. But at the same time, it's you know, look at your idols. Look at what people are talking about and what the sort of people are. Just because they're popular and making money doesn't mean you should be like them all the time and fully look up to them. We're just here to be entertainers and to bring people together and have a bit of fun. Like, I know even if I don't make it to the top or not, that's not the goal. The goal is just being in the scene, having fun. Just being here, rubbing shoulders and doing stuff.
That's it.
This to me is just life. It's fun.
Just bringing people together, dancing, having a great time, and just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, the dancing is number one because there's not enough of it happening, and that pisses me off. Especially as DJs, we stop looking at us and dance. Like, just
we look up this, right?
Stop asking for requests.
DJ Paulie D on YouTube.
Oh god.
quick DJ Paulie D.
Yeah, I used to hate on like Paris Hilton and you know, a lot of the wannabe sort of DJs, and then I started to like them and go, at least they're having fun with it, and it's bringing attention to the scene. You know, we were all having a laugh at their expense, but they're having fun too. You know,
look up DJ Paulie D, DJ Fail.
you see Paris Hilton when she DJs, mate, half the time she's got someone else DJing for her, and she's just there going, I'm hot. Hey guys. So halfway there, the timing wasn't great, but like the scratching was, like, some of the scratches sound good, they just were not on time.
The minute one. Yeah, it was like 5 seconds.
Yeah, there's no reason to be scratching over that song like that.
And then like, DJ Paulie D, turn it up.
Is he just checking the decks, or is this like mid-performance? Holy shit. No one's dancing. They're just...
Yeah, they just got their cameras
They're
out.
just waving to their god like, Paulie D.
But ready, look.
Oh, no sync. He just hard phased it. I started scratching it out, like, cardinal sins. Higher, tighter, more on time, like, holy shit, like, he's got an idea, but he's not executing it right.
He just keeps scratching.
He just, there was so much less timing on that last one.
I've learned sometimes less is more, and that was a lot of scratching.
That's a lot of more, yeah.
But that's he's there because he was on Geordie Shore, right?
Take notes, all DJs out there. If you don't sound like that, you're doing good.
That's it, right? So then because we're running out of time, so we've got like 10, 15 minutes left. Where do you want to go with everything? Like, and where are you playing as well? Like,
there's a lot of projects on, and because at the moment we've just had Rio's has just got sold, so my residency's coming to an end this Saturday. Basically, it'll be my last gig there for those owners, and then after that, I might be chasing up another spot to do some residency, and then do a few.
Residency?
About 7-8 months now. Yeah.
Got the place up. So what's it called? Rio's
Margaret River. Yeah, it's been a sick pad for it, man. I've thrown some fun nights. Like we've had some big nights, we've had some chill nights, but the big nights have been the highlight.
Is it just across the road from?
It's right across the road from Settlers. There's a balcony up there. Like it makes like a bit of a club vibe, you know. Like
that's nice.
I bought a bunch of lights. I got a smoke machine. I threw like little events there. We even did a back-to-back, and I grabbed a few DJs, and I've even taken another guy under my wing trying to teach him up how to scratch and mix and
it's good. That's really good.
It was a sick scene for it. I had a lot of fun. Like I was there Friday and Saturday for most of the last 6-7 months, like in between having a few other events there, and fucking had a lot of fun. There was some good drum and bass nights, some good dubstep, and a lot of house and hip hop. Like I generally do a little bit of all styles, so especially with like unless they're there for that particular thing, and I'd like to be able to just get away with playing like house and drum and bass sort of thing, like whatever your particular preference is, but drum and bass usually winds people up, and we get a lot of damage. We get a lot of property damage, so the toilet's just getting fucked. Like cunts going in there doing lines and just like
oh my god.
Like 7 holes. They rip the door off the toilet like every Saturday. I'll be staying back late drilling the toilet door back on, going, I'm only helping you. I feel bad for you guys. Fuck this shit. Like,
at least the till was full, right?
Yeah. At least the money was coming in.
That's what matters sometimes.
Sometimes they stop drinking and just switch on the water, and then we'd be like, we're really in trouble. Like,
and so that's where it's like, I have to say it's interesting, because it's like, now that I've tried to dive into the events a little bit, where it's like you try and bring your creative idea, your passion to this place, or do this and do that. But at the end of the day, sometimes, depending on the venue, depending on the owner, depending on what the goal is as well, all they see is dollars and cents.
Yeah. Well, you got to work with the venue.
You have to work with the venue.
It's a bit of like table manners. You got to be on each other's page, and nothing will burn a relationship quicker than playing overtime and you're not being in sync and being like, okay, something's gone wrong, let's turn the music off, or just know when the vibe's going bad and know when to calm people down. It's a psychology game. Like you're not just going out there to give people a good time, but you're also trying to keep them at a level where they're not going too excited. Bring them back down, go up and down. Good rule for all those DJs out there. If there's anything you haven't gleaned out of here with hot tips, this is a good one. It's a roller coaster. Go up and down. You can't be all at a high the whole set. People get tired and they walk off and they want to go sit with their friends. You can't keep them dancing all the time straight unless it's a ticketed event, there's a mosh pit, and then you'll see just people revolve in and out of the mosh pit. To keep that floor there, you really got to be in sync and be like, okay, let's give them like a little bit of high, 10 minutes of high, 15 minutes, and then bring them back down. Like a crescendo. You're an orchestrator, and just be like, all right, start you off, bring you up, bring you back down, and just go like this all night long, going up and down, and know what's going to keep them dancing. Fucking don't be too ego driven to just give them what they want sometimes, and just give in and be like, okay, that's what they want to hear, that's going to keep them happy, we'll play a few of their bangers. Like,
I only play what people want to hear. That's like my rule of thumb now. It's like I've been doing it for 12 and a half years now. 12 years, 11 and a half, 12 and a half, whatever it is. But the thing is, like, when I go to a venue, I just look around and go, what can I play to get that person dancing? How can I get that couple kissing each other? How can I get that old couple sitting in the back having a meal, tapping their foot and singing along to my music? And it is like, it's the game of being able to go to that venue and like, you are the eyes.
Lock into
ears.
people. I heard another DJ say exactly something like that a couple of weeks ago on this random video that popped up, and just homing in on people and trying to target them. And it's like, you can't keep everyone happy, but if you play that game of trying to pick the right people they're going to dance and be like, okay, they'll come in. The girls, start with the girls, is always the easiest. Like, the guys can help, because they'll bring the girls in, but if the girls aren't moving enough, the guys will get bored and walk away.
That's it.
The girls have got to be moving enough, so throw a few guy songs, few girl songs, a little bit of in between.
It's funny, because I got told this a long time ago, right? A long time ago, but girls like to dance, and boys like to dance with girls. And with bars and stuff, if you get the girls dancing, then the boys will want to dance with the girls, and the boys will be buying drinks probably for the girls, and then the bar's happy.
Yeah, and it's very rarely you're going to get that, you know, exception to the rule, like a guy that likes to dance, or even the one.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah, it does happen. You know, you've seen that video of that one guy starts dancing, and then like the whole crowd slowly joins on that festival hill, and then all of a sudden it's a mosh pit just on a hill because one guy starts dancing. And it's just a mentality. Like, people see numbers, they see the FOMO. It's almost like a bunch of Indonesians until like one person's dancing, they're all sitting on the floor. And like, one person starts dancing, and they jump up and swarm everyone's dancing.
Can we actually look that up? Like, have you ever seen Baraka before at all?
No.
Definitely check this out. I'll tell you more about it after, but like, look it up. Baraca, I think it is.
I'm hoping over this next year get a lot more gigs. If anyone's chasing a very affordable DJ, I'm happy to do a few really cheap jobs. Like, and I mix all sorts of styles. So drum and bass, house, bloody hip hop. Like, I love it all. Like, so if anyone's chasing someone, especially in the down south region between Margs to Busso, like, there's a lot of good venues down there. I'm gonna have to go and hit up, but. Yeah, I'm keen to get back into Perth and do a few gigs up here.
Yeah,
just
have you played much up here at all?
Nah, not really. Like, just fucking people's parties, really.
Well, that's it. It's a difficult scene to get into because it comes down to just like kind of either knowing the right people or being able to, you know, put the hard yards in and go to the venue, support this and support that, and work your way up through that ladder, through that system almost. But it's like it's difficult because, you know, like I had a guy called Nosh Boy on the other day. So Nosh Boy, he's actually from Bunbury. He's the resident DJ at Fitzy's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
and it's a similar thing. He came all the way up from Bunbury for the podcast and then went home after as well.
Yeah,
which was pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
But he was saying the same thing. He wants to break out into the Perth industry a little bit, but it's difficult because he doesn't live up here.
Yeah.
So then, not being able to live up here, how does he do it? Because we
just got to be weekend warriors, and you know, I've been thinking about the last couple of years, and I'm happy to commit to doing the weekends up here and then going back to, you know, life down there and just doing the balance. But that's what it requires, you know, like is being around and rubbing shoulders, and Perth is where it's at. It's the most amount of people. Like, as far as the music scene, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Melbourne and Sydney got some pretty cool scenes, but I think Perth's got some shit to show some people. Like,
well, we've had a lot of good exports from here, right?
Like, we fucking certainly have.
XS, like AC/DC, Pendulum,
Wolf
Mother, like, it's, you know, a lot has come from Perth.
There's some amazing music. Some of the greatest music in the world has come out of bloody Australia, and I think a lot of the world does sleep on us and forget that sometimes. And the only reason is because we're lazy and we forget to fucking show up to the party sometimes.
That's it. But yeah, we're basically running out of time though. So what else can we so where can people find you then? We'll play some music.
You can find me, if you want to jump on my SoundCloud, I'll show you some of my dubstep for shits and gigs and a bit of hip hop. But yeah, you can find me all platforms. So I'm DJ Hillzee on Instagram. I do have my handle tagged across platforms, so you can type in Uncivil Reaper or MC Reaper. I'm typically Uncivil Reaper across like SoundCloud. That's where all my newest, freshest experimental stuff, the stuff that doesn't clear Spotify usually, is just lives in SoundCloud. And then I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much every major platform, Facebook, fucking Instagram. I don't do TikTok as much.
Well, TikTok's banned in America at the moment.
Yeah, for a couple of days it was, and you know, it's like TikTok's not bad. It's just an extra. It's just an extra. Yeah, like Instagram for me is really kind of where like music and entertainment really lives, because it's where the big people are, you know, the fucking adults, you know.
See, that's where it sucks. Like, I wish I got onto the podcast a long time ago when Facebook was still the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's Instagram now. It's all moved. But Facebook's still prominent. But like, if you travel around the world, nobody uses Facebook. It's all Instagram.
Yeah.
So
it's very hard. I find that Instagram, I get like 30,000-40,000 interactions in a month, whereas Facebook's like 1,000. Yeah. Like, you know, it's very dwarfish how their algorithms work. Facebook's not as open as it used to be in a lot of ways. That keeps some people safe, but it's not good for sharing pages around. It's just, you got to make some viral dumb shit to break out of that.
Basically. You got to get the Fleetwood Mac Dream song, right? And then literally just like, jumping into a lake or the cat thing, whatever the hell it was. And then away you go. You're doing a world tour again.
Just to go and bloody, like, do something really stupid and fucking you'll get rewarded for it, apparently. Like.
Memes.
But yeah, like, there's a lot of talent on Instagram Instagram, and like the talent shines through like on there. Like more, I find a lot of good music tips on Instagram. You know, people share some great production methods and there's snippets. It's better in a lot of ways. That's my opinion anyway.
All right, well, let's play some music for you.
Yeah, check out. Let's just go straight to the dubstep.
Give it a follow as well, Kieran.
Yeah, fuck yeah, cheers, boys. Dang.
Of course.
Yeah, go Huge. I love Huge. That's one of my favourite dubstep tracks, just on that dubstep playlist. So that was this one I made pretty early on. So I'm mute or.
I know it's not mute 'cause the advert we got. Don't drink and
yeah. Yeah, I got to make a bunch more beats and. Yeah, have a bit more fun with it. I'm going to do a bunch more quality. I can work on the mixing and mastering more and getting things a bit higher. It's a lot of, like, EDM production is a lot of work. Side chaining fucking drums and shit to channels to try and get, like, the mix to come through cleanly and not muddy. It takes a lot of work. But, but my concepts are coming out. They're getting there.
All right, here we go.
There's tons in there, a bunch of hip hop, like fucking house music, bit of trap, bit of drum and bass. Like, yeah, I got to make more dubstep. Fuck, how long ago did I make this song?
4 months ago?
No, I put the playlist together 4 months ago. I think this song might be 3 years old, and then the rest are a bit newer. Like Dog Cunt's pretty funny. Like Dog Cunt. The bass on this guy is crazy. Like
the subs at work, yeah.
Like I mix with a really massive setup, like, and do it like.
Look at it, bloody on the leaves.
It's fucking shaking. It's pushing some air out.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What else can we play?
Oh, go Dog Cunt after this one. Dog Cunt's pretty funny. Like, so this is like dubstep crossover, almost rhythm, like, because it's like the more hectic, like. And then yeah, Dog Cunt spit dubstep rhythm as well.
See, I never really got into rhythm. I love the classic dubstep, like Adventure Club and stuff like that. But then, like, listening back onto it now, I'm like, whoa, this hasn't aged well.
That's the funny thing about a lot of old melodic dubstep. Doesn't hit as hard as when it first came out. It's just because it was so new and experimental. I think we're a bit sport for how high quality stuff sounds now. Like, you compare it and you go, oh, that just doesn't sound as high quality. Like, but like, a lot of us is bass music nowadays, I think, like, because like subwoofers have gotten so good, a lot of people are more obsessed with the bass spectrum than they are other frequencies.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty much like, have you seen the with the Excision shows where all the headbangers and stuff, they're actually holding onto the railing, moving the security railing, headbanging, snapping their necks basically.
That's what it should be, man. Old fucking dirty setups like that.
Yeah, just to the bass.
Yeah, just a wall of speakers. Take me back to just early soundboy like days, like Jamaica. Just to be custom made sound systems, and you just be staring at that.
Yeah.
You know, like DJ hidden off in a corner somewhere, like fucking having a cigarette, like.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This song is fucking classic. I had this customer, this crackhead, and I didn't return his repair like quick enough because I was so busy, and he gets on my voicemail. I was like, "You basically fucking stole from me, cunt! Fucking drop this, I'm gonna fucking kill you and shit." So I was just like, "Fuck, this cunt wound me up so much." I was like, "I'm gonna make a dubstep track," and I took his voicemail and chucked it on the drop on this. So he's him screaming into the phone, going, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, cunt!" And then like,
what the fuck? Where's the drop then?
Oh, you missed it at the start. We were talking over. The second drop, I've got it on there as well. Knew that speaker busted right up. It's fucking hilarious. Like, yeah, get some characters with phones, that's for sure.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, got to take inspiration from all sources.
That's it, right?
And just in case I turned up dead, that would have been a good one on a track too. Like,
yeah, it's like we made a song about it.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, cunt.
Oh my god, nice. Right, well,
When he sobers up, you'll love that.
what else can we play? Like,
Let's skip over to maybe house music.
yeah, let's have a look at your house.
Scroll down. I should go up the top. I'll have my playlist on the far right, just next to repost.
Next repost.
Sorry, in the middle there. Yeah. This is EDM. Yeah, be under EDM. Maybe go when the fire starts to burn. Flip. I do like that one. Fuck, I wish I had the bass going. So there's a few flips. I've done a few originals. You don't want this.
Will this copyright?
That's a good question. Maybe with the vocal, like all of it's all original, other than the vocal on it. So it should be different enough that the algorithm wouldn't pick it up. Like, but yeah, once it drops into the drop. So I wish I had the big setup for this, because I turned this into like a bass sort of house track. It's all bass, real bass. So I used like a big 808 on it, so it's just real simple house melody, like a bit of a fun flip, like.
Yeah, it's cool. It's groovy.
Maybe go Friday house mix, like that'll be a fun one. There's actually a bunch of unreleased tracks that are lost on a laptop somewhere, and I grabbed all the tracks and mixed them all together. Like, that's the Friday house one. Sorry, actually, no, that one. But Fat House, sorry, down the bottom, the mini mix. Sorry, that is a good mix though. But I need to put some more mixes up. Keep forgetting. Seeing your mix collection's getting a bit out of control.
It's all of that. Yeah, I just don't upload things.
Put it on YouTube, man. Like, that'd be sick fodder for it. They wouldn't charge you for it either.
No, I don't think the copyright will allow it.
Yeah,
that's the problem. It's all copyright because
yeah.
it's all the Drake and ABBA and all the other crap along.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it sucks because
SoundCloud maybe, like.
No, SoundCloud originally stopped the copyright thing.
Yeah.
But then I uploaded it and it's like, nah, sorry, there's too much copyrighted tracks in these
wow.
mixes. Yeah.
That's interesting. We need a home for mixes by the sounds of it.
It's Mixcloud.
Mixcloud,
But then Mixcloud
yeah.
is like 25. It's 25 Australian a month or something. It's too expensive.
Oh, for their servers, yeah. It sounds like they
But
got a
it's
lot.
like what I said on the podcast the other night. It's like literally, I think I'm holding like a terabyte of space though. So 25 Australian kind of makes sense, right? Because
Yeah,
I'm literally hogging up a lot of their space.
If you calculated the streaming time, you're probably costing them $100,000 a year.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Just stream.
Yeah,
all
if you
those.
do the numbers on the servers and like, I think a minute of streaming costs like $2.
Yeah.
On most platforms. So
Yeah, okay.
like we are burning them up a lot of money. Like, this was I don't even think any of these tracks are released. This was a mini mix of all these tracks. Like me and Wacko, like Wacko is another producer, mate of mine, and like we do a bunch of EDM sort of house tracks and bloody drum and bass and all sorts. So he's got to get back on it and make a bit more with this. But this was from a collection on this laptop of us just like. When we would live together, we would just like go into our mixing room and just crack out beats, have a few beers, and just spend hours in the lab going, all right, what's this loop sound like? That sounds sick. We're just generating tracks, and I ended up with like 10, 15 unfinished projects. Like I just bounce it and make a mini mix out of it.
Yeah.
And chucking them all together, and like there's some cool ideas, some cool concepts in there. Gonna have a bit of fun with like doing like that more experimental, bit random, like, and then like more traditional stuff too. Like I really like my experimental stuff, like trying to poke out the box, get people to be like go on a music journey, like.
That's it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. It's pretty cool though.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Yeah, 'cause it's experimental. It's just like straight out there, but it's like it's EDM.
It's still house music. Like it's all looped. It's in that music theory. So it's house.
Yeah.
Like house music's dumb easy to make. And it's fun. Because you just need the most basic loop, and you just throw vocals and an instrument to it. It's like hip hop. It only needs 3 or 4 elements, and you've got a whole track. And then just have it bop in and out, cut in and out, throw some effects to it. Like most minimal house is pretty simple like that too. And it's a vibe.
Yeah. That's it. It's who was telling me the other day? It's like Deadmau5 doesn't like listening to his own music because it's so slow.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Progressive house. but he loves making it because that's who he is. He's deadmau5. But listening back to a 7-minute song, he doesn't like listening to his own stuff.
Right. Well,
Which kind of makes sense.
If you're spending that much time listening to it, I guess there's only so much time you can have too.
Yeah.
Like he's probably enjoyed it at the time, you know. Like
That's it. And then it's just, I mean, like, when did Ghost and Stuff come out, right? That's one of his biggest songs ever. But that was like one of his first biggest songs.
yeah, I'm sure he doesn't like. I'm sure he liked it at the time,
Yeah.
but you know,
But rinsed
you
it.
listen over and over again, and like I get it. Yeah. Especially the mixing and mastering he does. He's a fanatic. Like
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
he sits there and really hones in on shit. Like I subscribe to deadmau5 music theory. Like if you listen to what he's talking about, he's nutted it out. He was one of the first people to do side chaining on like drums to fucking make mixes sound clean in clubs.
Yep.
Because they were fucking coming out too muddy because the kicks and snares were too long.
Yeah.
Too much noise in the mix makes reverberation, especially on a big sound system. You've got to have all your sounds really small, really tight, so that when they're hitting, they're not stacking up and coming out muddy. Like that's the fuck thing about production. You might make a really sick beat and it'll sound good on every sound system, but you go and put it on a 50 kilowatt sound system upscaled, it might not sound that good, but that's not your problem. That's the sound guy's problem. If they can't figure out how to get good acoustics, they're not doing their job good enough. Like
That's it,
yeah. And it's a hard thing to do, getting all the timing sequences, like setting up speakers so the delays there, like make my brain melt. Like,
But we've got to wrap things up because we've been going for an hour and a half now.
oh really?
Yeah, it flew by. Like,
Yeah, it certainly
we're just
did.
laughing, chatting, talking shit, having a good time.
I was sick. Like, in fact, I've got still so many more stories as well. We fucking
Well, you've got to come back up at some point.
Yeah, man, I'm keen. I'm
I
always
can't-
down.
Yeah, he dragged it from bloody Margaret River. It's incredible.
yeah,
mate.
4.5 hours on the way up, and then I'll be doing the same thing, and then going back to getting to some work tomorrow, and then fucking mixing it up on Saturday. It's a non-stop schedule, but it's good, you know. You do the shit you love, and it's fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what matters. That's really what matters. But yeah, cheers for coming on. Though.
Oh,
It's
thanks for
been
having me, TV. I really appreciate it.
Fuck, that nickname. Like, everyone calls me TV, and then I haven't heard that nickname probably. Like, people occasionally do it.
Yeah.
But I lived by that name for a long time.
I was thinking about it on the trip up, actually. I was like, fuck, I wonder if he even uses that nickname
Yeah,
anymore.
like I wanted to keep that around, but it's probably when I was like 27, 28. It just like slowly disappeared.
Well, if you get another podcast going, just Alex TV. Like,
No, so
easy.
Alex TV still that everyone calls me Alex TV, which is good.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's quite funny. I've had people on here. It's like, yeah, we're going Alex TV's TV show.
yeah.
And that was
Mate,
sick.
Honestly, it's brilliant. That's like some like projecting the secret type. You know, like write it down. I am the TV. I will be on TV. I have made my own TV. Like,
Yeah, be the TV. I don't even. There's some sort of analogy thing, like become the TV.
well, yeah, it certainly happened. You've got your own television
studio.
channel, basically. Like, yeah.
That's it. But cheers so much, Levi. This has been good. And it's been a blast from the past.
Yeah,
as well.
certainly. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah. So next week we actually have. Let's have a look. I just pulled it up now. Oh, so we've got Zach and Leighton coming on. Hopefully, I need to double check that. So Zach Begsy, he's actually I'd say he's an extremely hard worker in the bush doof scene.
Oh,
and
sick,
they just
yeah.
live and breathe bush doofs. And Leighton, similar thing. Leighton has always just been like living and breathing just big festival sound
Yeah,
system.
much
bush
props to
parties.
people that do that. Like, a lot of people don't understand all the work that goes in behind the scenes to throw an event, let alone to do it, because it's so much more like, you know, like what's it, taboo? Hard to do, illegal in some ways, but we do it the right way, and it's fun. It's a cultural thing. It's about going and dancing and playing some music and getting the right people together. And that's why we go and make it so hard for people to get there, because the right people will turn up for it. The wrong people don't have enough money and they don't have the bloody time for it.
That's it. That's exactly it. But yeah, let's leave it on that though. Thank you so much, my dude.
You're welcome.
Been good. This has been good. And thank you, Kieran. And
Yep,
Jasper,
thank
if you're
our
watching,
loyal cameraman. Thanks, Kieran.
this has been really good. Cheers, guys, for watching, and we'll see you guys
Thanks
next
you all
week.
for tuning in.
All right, catch us. Alrighty, let's get the picture on the wall.